Send me a link and I'll link it, okay?
All right, I'll tweet you right now. Cool?
All right, bro. Yeah, tweet the Ron and Fez thing.
All right. Later, guys.
Peace.
At Ron and Fez SXM.
What are you telling me?
Just getting it out
Because I
there.
know it.
Official Twitter account.
What happened to that one that you ran with me and Fez before he keeled over?
You
were trying to do a promo? You're having trouble keeping up with the promos, huh?
Yeah.
How come?
Bad prioritization of time. Prioritization.
How do you know it's bad? You wouldn't even keep the scheduling that you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
Did you write down your scheduling like you were going to do?
I was doing it, but I fell off. I fell off.
Yeah, so you never got around to find out whether you're doing bad prioritizing.
I feel it has to be. Otherwise, things will get done.
But that's not what you would do if you really wanted to find out an actual fact. Feelings aren't the truth all the time.
No.
You would have to just say, can I at least commit to writing down, here's how I spend my time? Then you would be able to look at it and decide, A, I am doing bad priorities, or B, I need to delegate more. I know that you don't talk to Vito or Shelby that much. I just talked to Vito today for a job that you said he wasn't up for, going down to the lobby and getting the guests and bringing them up. And Vito, you said that you're more than cut out for it.
Yeah, I'm perfect for it.
How come you don't believe in him?
I have just trust issues with anyone maybe who isn't hot, like anyone but a producer.
Do you have trust issues with Shelby?
Yeah, I do. From this past week, he's brought a couple people in weird.
Like in what way?
On Friday, he told us there was 3 guests when there was only 2 when he came in.
Would you say, Shelby, do you know that Hicks doesn't trust you?
Well, at certain points, I just think, like, with Dan Soder and Mike Lawrence, they're like best friends, but I went to get him, and then it was like a whole thing of, oh, why'd you go get him at this time, even though when you think about it, they should just be like, hey, bring him in. They both know each other. It's cool, but I never know when to kind of relax.
What's he talking about? Do you know?
I can't remember. Maybe because I think maybe Mike Lawrence showed up early, and I was like, let's just wait till his time to come on, and then we'll bring him on. I believe that was it. If that's the time I'm talking, there was only one time Mike Lawrence was in. But yeah, I believe that was it. But he said,
did you guys have words about it?
I never had words with him. I just explained to him when he gets. Just tell me when he's here.
Yeah, even though that they have time, maybe Soder was supposed to be doing something with us. How come you don't communicate that with Chris?
In my memory, it was like after he was leaving a little late because his train, and I just thought, okay, we'll go get him. But then it was the whole thing of, well, Dan might see him if he's in the booth, which, for me, I didn't think that was a big deal since it's not like they were enemies.
So would you say Chris made a big deal out of something?
I just think, sometimes that big deals are made out of things when, we could...
Well, I fucking treat everything as a big deal, so I'm sorry. All right, the guy was supposed to be here at a certain time. He came early and he just went to go get him. I said, tell me first, I'll tell you when to go get him. That's literally all it was.
And it wasn't even a thing that I thought even of if this should I be doing this or not. So now certain things I don't even know if I'm doing the right thing or not, when a thing that I kind of fucked up, I guess, when I didn't even think I was even remotely fucking something up.
And yet, in the end, it wasn't a fuck up. But I just asked you to tell me when they're here, and I'll tell you.
Seems like he's taking it pretty hard, though. It seems like he really got his feelings hurt over it.
Well, then I don't know why. There's nothing to get your feelings hurt over. In my opinion.
So that's why you don't trust him?
No, it was from Friday, where I got a little, where he didn't...
He told us that 3 people from some play were coming in.
From Bulltoe
and there was
Broadway.
only 2.
Yeah.
And he thought that the PR person, or Laura, was her.
It was weird.
I'd feel much better with an intern going to get the guest than Shelby. He talks nutty.
He's somewhat timid.
Well, he's timid and pushy at the same time. I don't even know if it's possible. So how come he didn't come to you and say, look, I don't see why you think this is a big deal? But he's been holding on to it.
I had no idea. Shelby, you can always come to me. And I don't
You think
it's
it was a mistake to bring Shelby in?
No, he has. Maybe it might be a mistake of me not training him well enough.
Somebody wrote to me and said I missed the TLC show last night. Did you see it?
I caught it. Yeah.
Why didn't you let me know?
Oh, I thought. Oh, Jesus! I thought you knew. I apologize. I thought you knew.
What did you get it turned into?
He got it turned into a Celtic knot into a lion.
How's it look?
Looks good.
Good.
He got picked up by AOL and Daily Mail.
Nice. Yeah, let me know when stuff like that's coming on.
Yeah, World's Worst Tattoos on TLC. Should be on demand.
I'll tell you this about Shelby. In your defense, he hates being told what to do. He hates being given direction.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. I don't know why.
Maybe he thinks he's his own man. I can't even see him now. He is ducked down so far behind that stuff that he doesn't want to make eye contact with the show. How come you hate being told what to do, Shelby?
I didn't think I did, but if it comes off that way, I'll try to change that and be more open to things.
I don't know. He seems tense. Vito, what do you think?
I think you got to get better at being told learn what to do, told what to do.
You think you ought to be yelled at more?
Yeah.
Okay. Yesterday when you manhandled him, did you think that was a step in the right direction?
Yeah. I think I should have, thrown him in the studio.
All right, we got Bert Kreischer coming in a little bit, right?
It's supposed to be Billy Eichner, but he's running late. I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, is that Billy Eichner's before Bert Kreischer?
Yeah, Billy Eichner should be before Bert Kreischer, but he's running late now, so I'm trying to figure out who's coming in when.
Ooh.
This is a scheduling snafu. And I'm in an email chain with the booking department right now.
See, this is the things that Chris goes through. It's why you act like it's all no big deal. This is the stuff that Chris worries about on a daily basis. I'm going to give you this. Do you ever watch Jimmy Fallon?
No.
Okay, what late night show do you watch?
I catch Seth Meyers occasionally.
Okay, Seth Meyers. That's a perfect. Last night, his guests were John McCain and Billy Eichner, Billy on the Street. What if during John McCain, this weird kid just come walking out with Billy Eichner and said, Billy got here early and put him there?
No big deal, right? I mean, you guys know each other?
I wouldn't. I mean, in this case, sure, I wouldn't smash them all in the studio at once, but
smash them all.
In the other case that we were talking about, I just thought that, hey, we'll just bring them in. They know each other. It's
yeah,
not
but knowing each other isn't a lot. John Mayer and Pam Grier know each other, but they never bring Pam Grier out during John Mayer's time on a talk show, because John Mayer may have songs to do and things to plug.
I think John would love Pam to just come out and jam with him.
He's not.
The thing is, you are thinking it. You don't know it for a fact. It's like I was telling Chris, where he lied to me and said for a couple of days he tried to keep his schedule. And I know it was a lie. I know he never attempted at all, or at least he'd say, look at these 2 days. But he just feels things, so he believes them to be true. You haven't had a date in a long time, Shelby.
Nope.
I think you might have some buildup.
Yeah, I could be.
I think you might need to go to the farm and get milked. Vito, you don't have any buildup, do you?
Not at all.
That chick of yours is crazy, huh?
I'm pretty released.
Is she wild?
I'd say so.
Yeah. I could tell just by the fact that she was wearing riding pants.
I met her in those riding pants.
No, does she ride?
No, it's stupid. Girls wear these equestrian pants.
She was dressed like a polo player. So I'm like, oh, I guess Vito's dating a polo player. No. She just digs the pants. To me, that's like if I showed up somewhere dressed like I was playing hockey. And people were like, you playing hockey? No.
Because it wasn't just the pants. She also had, boots on.
Yeah, she had the boots.
She had, the tan, orange boots on.
And I saw her when she left. She went over to the coat room and got a saddle out there and put it up over her shoulder and was walking down the street with it.
Was she wearing a derby?
Macon, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Yeah, I was wondering, Ronnie, man, you got Vito sitting there talking about watching Despicable Me and shit. I love Pepper to death, but I think the reason you're so hard on Shelby is you see him as the only one that actually has a sense of humor that's like up on your level.
Well, no, look, I got things planned for Shelby that are gigantic, but I can't get to him because he can't do the producing stuff with Chris right now. He's not a fucking co-host, and he won't be a co-host. He was brought in as a producer. I think he's extremely funny, and I fought my ass off to keep him when the plays banned him. First of all, I fought for him twice. One, when they wouldn't let him in, and two, when they wanted him out. The first time they didn't want him in as an intern, but he has producing stuff that he has to do, and he and Chris won't work together. And we're getting to the point where if they don't work together as a team, we got to figure out what we're going to do with the both of them. Because I'm getting a lot of pressure from my fucking bosses, too. And they don't. I mean, they both sit here now, quiet, but they won't work together as a team.
This is on me since I'm the senior producer here. I have to just force myself into working with Shelby better. That's all it fucking boils down to. It's on me. It's what it is.
Look, we just need it. There's just little things that don't seem like they'd be big, but in integrating them into the show, it is important. So we just need to
See, you have a way of thinking that things aren't a big deal.
Like they may not seem like a big deal, so that's why we don't.
If it's here, it's a fucking big deal. Well, that's the thing of a job. No matter what your job is, it's like this. If you worked in a fucking restaurant, you could say, "What's the big deal? There was no fork next to the plate, so I brought one later." But it's a big deal to have the fork next to the plate. You have to learn to do that kind of stuff and to care about it.
Shelby, when I said 15 minutes ago, when I said everything is a big deal to me, did you think I was bullshitting, or you just don't want to listen to me, or you just think I'm talking fucking nuts?
No, I'm just saying things that seem like small tasks.
It's your job to not fucking realize that everything's a big deal, and that if it seems like a small deal or whatever, it isn't.
There's no such thing as not having a fucking big deal in any job. You know what I mean? And the guest stuff is all a big deal. There is none of this, oh, we have some stuff that's a big deal, particularly when we're dealing with guests. It's all a big deal. I mean, the stuff about the plug pages, that's why guests come in.
I'm just saying we just need to delegate so our just wires don't get crossed, so we're both doing things that one person could be working on, or we just need to...
Your supervisor isn't telling you what to do properly. You guys have to remember, Fez hasn't been here in a while. And when he comes back, he's not really going to be here.